Hello everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Sick Me. And this vlog is going to be Sick Jen tries to read everything on her TBR. Will it go well? Probably not. Because as we know, I'm not, y'all have never seen me sick before because I haven't been sick for the past 3 years. So, something finally hit me. It's not COVID. I've been testing. Got a cold somewhere. It's the weekend. I'm a little loopy on cold medicine, but we're ready to read. What am I going to be reading this weekend? That's a good question. I'm starting my February My Friends Pick My TBR. So I am going to be reading one of those books, or at least starting it, which is Leviathan Wakes. I put it up on a poll on my Instagram, and this is the one that won out of all 6. So we're starting with this one. And thank God it's got an audiobook because I cannot for the life of me focus on something that doesn't have an audiobook. I swear to God, I started reading Can't Spell Treason Without T by Rebecca Thorne. This, a couple of days ago, I got 50 pages in and I'm in love with this book already. It's for my cozy fantasy video that will be going up soon, I promise. This is the last book I'm reading for that video. I don't know if I'll be able to read this with my brain as foggy as it is, but if I can, I will be reading this because cozy fantasy is all I want to read. And I've also been reading today because it's Friday. I took a sick day today because there's no way I was going to be able to focus at work. I've been having a hard enough time this week anyways, and it really hit me yesterday, this sickness. So today was a definite no-go. So it's been a no work day for me. I've just been sitting here watching Holly play through Dreamlight Valley and kind of getting kicked in the face by some cold medicine because I took too much earlier, but I'm better now. I am here. I have not left my apartment in 4 days now. I'm feeling a little bit stir crazy. But I also can't go outside because we're going through a cold snap. Still, it's the same cold snap. So going outside hurts my lungs. I think it's supposed to get warmer this weekend though. So maybe at some point I'll go stand outside and breathe fresh air. I'm also reading Bloodmarked. I've been reading it all day today. I've read 100 pages. I'm now on page 203. And I am loving this book. Not as much as Legendborn, but I can't really tell you why. As I said, I've been having a hard time focusing. So it's kind of, maybe that's why. Anyways, it's gonna be a weird weekend, my friends. We got no writing plans this weekend. I would love to have a live stream tomorrow, but I don't have anything to write tomorrow. So what am I gonna do? Just sit there? So we'll see if I have one tomorrow, but otherwise it's just gonna be me consuming all the content because I'm not gonna be leaving my place. If not, I have book club on Sunday and I originally had plans to do a game day with my friend and her boyfriend and a couple of his friends, but I obviously am not going because I'm like this. So it's just gonna be me and you and this place and a bunch of books. We're gonna see how many books I can get through in this state. Do we think we could make it 2 or 3? That would be sexy if it could be 3, but we'll see. I'm gonna be eating a lot of soup. You're gonna probably hear my voice be different in every clip because sometimes I sound stuffed, sometimes I don't, sometimes I sound like a gremlin, but I hope you're ready to settle in for a cozy weekend of me being sick and reading while I'm sick. But let's get this weekend started. Hello, friends. It is now a lot later. I haven't talked to you all night, and that's okay. I have just been hanging out. Nothing crazy's going on. I watched the new episodes of The Legend of Vox Machina. Those 3 episodes were the best episodes as so far. I cried through episode 8. It was so good. It was so funny. But before that, I ended up getting to page 285 of Bloodmarked. This had more pages than I was anticipating. But I'm really liking it. Chase Dion knows how to write a damn good book. Selwyn, I do not like him at all. He's mean for no reason. And not even just to Bree with their banter. He's mean to Alice. He's just dismissive and doesn't care, doesn't even want to try. Calls her just once more and just get out of here. And I'm like, my guy. But the tension between him and Bree is interesting. I honestly thought after reading Legendborn that Selwyn was gay because of the mention of him having a crush on Nick. So it's interesting to me that we're leaning so heavily on Bree and him's tensiony bits. I'm not a fan, but that's just because I'm never a fan of like the bad boy tension. I love Nick and Bree so much. But I also wanted to say, speaking of bad boy tension, I got this baby in the mail today. I got my pre-order of Chain of Thorns. I don't know if I'm emotionally ready to handle more angst because I don't know if you guys saw my wrap up, but I read So This Is Ever After by F.T. Lucas recently, and literally it was the last book that I finished. And I think I've read too much YA fantasy recently. Everything that these teenagers do is just driving me crazy. So I think I need to stop reading YA fantasy for like a month and I'll come back to it. Thankfully, on my friends pick my TBR, there is no YA fantasy. We love to see it. Well, actually, I don't know. Is this YA fantasy? I don't think so. Everywhere. But there is YA romance, which I'm gonna leave for a bit and read around, I think, Valentine's Day, just because it's romance. It's the only romance on the list. So I'm gonna do that then. But I think I need to get back into my adult fantasy realm again. I'm just tired of the teenagers' angst, to be honest. That sounds so ridiculous. I also got my pre-order of Barrow Winter, and so I gotta go return this at some point because I now have 2 copies of it, which is okay. 2 copies. This one and this one. 2 copies of this beautiful book. But yeah, I'm gonna go return that one so that they have a copy in store, which is totally fine because I bought this one ahead of time. And I'm just gonna tell them I bought 2 by accident. It was not on accident. I bought that one early because I wanted it in my head. My lungs are threatening to escape through my body. Anyways, I'm gonna go settle into bed. My mom and dad came today and brought me the cavalcade and the soldiers, the cavalry, cold medication stuff. Thank goodness for them, because oh man. Today, whatever like combination of emergency drink that my mom gave me, which I'm currently having another one, and pill medication and Dayquil my mom made me take, I was real loopy. But it did help because today I could actually breathe and I didn't cough for a long time, so it did help wondrously. Right now it's getting worse again, so I gotta settle in and take some. I'm gonna settle in and I'm gonna start reading Leviathan Wakes. That's how I'm gonna spend the rest of my Friday night. Tomorrow, gonna be more reading. We're gonna see if I do a live stream. I might, just to like have something to do, and also so I can like maybe think about doing stuff for book 2 and like rereading stuff for book 2 and like seeing, I don't know. We'll see in the morning how I feel, but we have that. And then Sunday, more reading. That's the update for this Friday night. I'll catch up with you tomorrow for Saturday. Hello, my lovely friends. Happy Saturday. I'm here sounding less stuffed up. Who's to say? I had my live stream today and I ended up starting it on draft 2 of Project Luck, which was totally not expected at all. I was expecting just kind of putsy around the whole live stream and really do nothing. But yeah, I rewrote the first chapter of that one, turned it into 2 chapters because it was very long, and have like rekindled a bit of excitement for it, which is good because, as I said in the live stream, and as I've said many times in videos, doing that project in November for NaNoWriMo kind of like just brought me down to a level of non-excitement for it. Hopefully things can go well, and like this month I can kind of just like pick away at it. I do have to do some thinking about the plot. I do kind of want to re-look at it in a way. I've already like thought about one of the elements and one of the characters in it. I've been thinking about him for a little while and kind of rejigging that in a way. I also have to figure out a lot of like the logistics of it because this book centers an event and I have to actually figure out the logistics of it, and that's going to be a lot. So that'll be fun. But yeah, I thought I'd share that. This definitely feels like book 2 to the story, which is good. Kind of expands Arrowmount a little bit more. We get a different vibe right away. Chapter 1 and 2 of Project Luck are so much more action-packed than a second story, which is so much fun to write. I forgot how much I loved writing really action-packed first chapters. It's a really great time. But yeah, that was kind of my day. Had lots of tea, been just chilling and continuing to watch the Vox Machina. But last night, I made it to page 50, roughly? Page 60 of Leviathan Wakes, and I am so intrigued by this. Unreal. The amount of like intrigue I have in this. But I think today, right now, I'm going to focus on Bloodmarked because I think I have 3.5 hours left of the audiobook to go. to wrap it, and I would really love to wrap this up. I've been working my way through it for too long. So I think that's the plan for the rest of the day today. Maybe I'll work on Project Luck if I get a little bit of inspiration to do that. Probably content watching later, like what's new. But we're gonna try and see if I can finish a book today and then work through another one maybe tomorrow and like have 2 books finished this weekend. That'd be so nice if I could do that, because according to both Goodreads and Storygraph, I am 2 books behind, so I need to get on that and get back on track. I mean, I've been a book behind all year so far, which is not true because I'm still like in the grand scheme of things on track, because I have to read 10 books a month to stay on track, kind of a thing. I do have some months where I'll read over 12 or well over 10, and then some months where I probably won't hit 10 just because that's how my reading life goes. So I'm like trying to aim for 10 every month is probably pretty good for me, because then it like keeps me balanced, regular, that whole thing. Because finding a balance between writing and reading is very hard. Also, my bangs are banging right now. They're doing something. They're starting to drive me crazy because they're just a little bit too long, but they're really curly today, so that's nice. Anyways, I also, don't worry about the steam you see over my shoulder. I have my diffuser going to try get some humidity in my place, which I know that's not going to give me a lot of humidity, but it's something. That's the update. You will hear about Leviathan Wakes in my Friends Pick My TBR vlog that'll go up in March, because this is part of that TBR. I'm gonna try to finish Bloodmark today, and then I think I'm gonna dive into more of Leviathan Wakes later. Hello friends, it is now a little bit later. It's 8 o'clock, 8:20, and I've just finished Bloodmarked. Oh my god! What the hell is that ending? All right, I'm gonna need that 3rd book like now. Ooh, that was good. That was good. It didn't give me the same feeling that Legendborn did when I first read Legendborn, so it's not like a new favorite, but this whole series is turning out to be one of the best that I've ever read. So, oh my god, that was amazing. Whew. I'm gonna need to think on it for a bit. I don't know, I think there are moments in here where it kind of dragged a little bit, or it just became a little bit repetitive. I think that's what it was, because it was a lot of just like, these kids are running for their lives and they keep getting attacked, and then they seem to find safety, but no, they're still not safe. They get attacked again, and then it happens over and over and over again, right? So that like cycle can get kind of dragging at sometimes. The last like 25% of this was great. What a read. What a read. I don't know what I'm gonna do from here on. Might watch a little bit of content, do some crocheting to like switch it up, or I might just go into Leviathan Wakes for a bit. Bloodmarked. Done. Exceptional. If y'all haven't read Legendborn yet, do it. Do it right now. Go pick up the freaking audiobook or book or ebook or whatever. Pick it up. It is so good. It's so worth it. It is amazing. Like the nuance and the actual like race elements that are brought into this aren't necessarily nuanced in any way. They're not like subtle, but they're done so well. It's done with so much care, and it's very good. I still don't like Selwyn. I really don't. Love Nick. 2 pieces. That boy needs to be held and cradled. And I think that's just because he's the Arthur archetype. So there's this kind of a character, right? He's an Arthur archetype. He's the Arthur in Half Sick of Shadows by Laura Sebastian is exactly like this as well. And it's I don't know, I've come across it a few times in Arthurian retellings, and like the Arthur figure, or like the true hero, if you will, like the Herculean figure, like the Disney Hercules figure, kind of, in a way, where you have this man who will literally sacrifice anything and everything just so that like people are safe. He will literally do anything to make sure people are safe. And he loves who he loves so dearly, and he's so sweet, just like the softest cinnamon roll. I think I don't know, like it's the Jason Grace character as well, although I don't like Jason Grace. It's that type of hero. Maybe it's like a Jason combined with Percy, because Percy's like this too, but Percy's a little bit more selfish because of it. It's the true hero. It's the Arthur figure, which I find really interesting, because if you've read Legendborn, you know who Nick is. And I find it so interesting that he's taking on that archetype in book 1, especially. He's like the true hero, the Southern gentleman. He's just the best. And what happens to him in here, unreal. And I cannot wait to see what happens to him next. And I swear to God, Tracy Dion, if anything happens to Alice, I will come and hunt you down. Or William, my sweet boy. But yeah, no, I don't like Sal. I don't know what it is. He's just too angry and angsty and mean. Like I don't know, maybe teenage me would have like ate that up, but I don't know. I'm just not here for it. I'm just not here for it. I might be one of the only people in the entire world who doesn't like Selwyn Kane. Like, we have these 2 boys and Bree, and we had this beautiful scene. If you've read this book, you know what I mean by the blood walk, but like, we had this absolutely beautiful scene between the 3 of them, and it's just, I love the 3 of them together, and I need to see that dynamic in book 3 even more. You've read Blood Marked, and you know how this ends. What, Tracy, what you got up your sleeve for us in book 3? I'm so intrigued. I'm gonna hang out here, think about this for a bit, maybe watch some content, do some crocheting, and then I might pick up Leviathan weeks later. But yeah, done. Hello, my lovely friends. Happy Sunday. Had book club already. Feeling a little better. Things are good. Still have a terrible cough and I'm still a little stuffed, but like I sound better and it gets better throughout the day. So sickness update is okay. I am feeling stir crazy a little bit. I need to go out and drive around or something. So I'm gonna do that. Go drive around. It's actually kind of nice out today. We're out of the deep freeze. It's only -8 today, which is so nice compared to the -30 that we were having. I'm gonna go drive around. I really want to go to Value Village and look at all of their nice books and stuff to see if I can find a good cover set for Legends and Lattes. So I might do that. I will wear a mask, of course. I need to get out for a bit. I need to go do something that's not in my condo, because I have been here since Tuesday night. I haven't done anything. The farthest I've gone is the library to drop off my books that I had and like walk to the mailbox. So I need to go and do something, even if I just go drive around for like an hour. Not even. That is what I'm gonna do. That is what I'm going to do, which is exciting. So I'm gonna go see if I can find something that can fit the text block of Legends and Lattes. Oh, as soon as I sat down, I started sounding more stuffed up again. No! So I'm gonna bring the text block with me and we're gonna go investigate, but I'm not gonna be gone long. Yeah, I just need to, even if I just go drive around in my car for a little bit, that's gonna be good enough to get me out of this damn place. I need to leave a little bit. I vacuumed this morning because the longer I'm in my place, I notice more things about it. So I noticed how dirty the floors were and stuff, so I did that. Washed out my water bottle, which I need to refill. And you know, little things. Planned what I'm gonna do for dinner. So I need to leave. And then when I come back, I'm going to read more of Leviathan Wakes, which is exciting. That's the plan. Catch up with you guys a little later. Hello friends, I am now back. It is lovely outside. I also just shoveled my entire balcony and I'm having a hard time breathing, but that's okay because I did it. I wanted to show you what I got at Value Village. So I had my text block with me. Well, first of all, I got this amazing mug. Huge Central Perk bowl mug, which if you know me at all, which I guess a lot of you don't realize this, or know this, but I exclusively consume things out of mugs the size of bowls. So that is an incredible find on my part. Love that for me. Most of my bowls are currently in my dishwasher because that's what I've been eating soup out of since I got sick. So that's fun. But I wanted to pop in and show you the beautiful book I got because I had the Legends of Lattes text block with me. And so I was like crouched on the floor of Valley Village like a gremlin. I ended up just kind of like putting this on the shelf and like sizing up like size-wise and height-wise. This is the best fit that I could find, so we love to see it. It's lovely. Like, it's like a nice green cloth with a nice spine kind of a thing. I'm gonna have to figure out how to cover up the Philosopher's Holiday title and on the spine as well. But like, out of all of them that I could have picked, this one was the least written on, because some of the like jackets had like big bold like across the top here. But yeah, I think that'll be an okay size. It's a little bit too tall for the text block, I think, but otherwise, I think it's going to be an okay fit. I think. We'll find out. Yeah, this is what I'm going to spend the evening doing. I'm going to watch some content, I guess, and officially properly bind this. But anyways, so that was my excursion. I got outside. I got some fresh air. It smells like a bonfire outside right now because I think someone in our complex is running their fire. And it's like the perfect winter weather to go like tobogganing and stuff. But you just sweat in your winter jackets when you do anything other than just stand there. So that's the kind of weather it is. But I'm glad I got to go outside and do things outside of my condo for a little bit, at least. Yeah, I'm not going over to mom and dad's tonight because I don't want to get them sick. Mom asked, and I was like, I don't know, like, I will, but I'm still coughing and I don't want to cough all over you guys and get you sick. So she's like, yeah, maybe not. It's just you and me. It's just you and me for the rest of Sunday. Let's see what the evening brings us. Friends, the Philosopher's Holiday has been found and given a new life. So the text block actually ended up being too tiny for the spine, so I decided to not glue the spine down, so now it's just like a big old curve. But I think this worked out wonderfully. I think I'm gonna eventually put another coating of gold paint on here to see if I can hide my annotation lines, but as for now, I like how shiny it is. I think this one worked a lot better. This paper is a little rough. I do have to kind of probably go back through and fix that, but it's cheap dollar store paper, so what can I expect? Yeah, it opens nicely, it sits nice, it's gonna read nice. I'm very happy with this. Very, 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 very happy. But yeah, there's my Legends and Lattes bound in this beautiful hardcover that I will eventually figure out how to change the name on, because I really like this gentle like silver filigree. But obviously this is no longer The Philosopher's Holiday by Erwin Edman. This is now Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry. Anyway, friends, I just got off a live stream with Amy. I wasn't in the live stream, I was just attending it. And I ended up deciding to work on book 2 of Iron Man book 2 instead of continuing to read Leviathan Wakes, which I am a chunk of the way through, which I'm gonna go continue now because it's so gripping and I'm so obsessed. But I ended up working on it, and I ended up asking one of my friends. I just asked in the group chat because they are, my 3 friends, Sophie, Yeleni, and SJ, are event people. They have all planned events as part of like committees and stuff, which I never have. And book 2 centers around an event. And I was like, I don't actually know the logistics of planning an event. So I need to ask. And I did, and I have gotten many notes, many notes on things that I need to think about, even if they're not like actually important to the story, because the story follows Kier and Lottie as they kind of, you know, look at a specific branch of the events. But it's good to know as the author, like all the other moving things and kind of like what that could bring up as like problems or vibes, and like what kind of, you know, event it actually is. So that was very helpful. And then I ended up writing another like 500 words in the draft, which is very exciting. So now that draft is at like 3,000 words or something. Love it for me. I think this is going to be kind of just a pluck away at for the month of February, and then when I get a second story back, dive back into that, and this one I'll come back to once A Second Story's whole shindig is up and published. But yeah, what a day. I also sound like myself again, almost completely, which I'm very happy about. My throat is a little raw though, so I'm gonna make a tea and I'm gonna go sit back on my couch and continue reading. Super happy with this bind. It looks so good and I love the feel of these cloth bound books so much. But yes, book binding finally finished, well, almost finished. The title casing will be, or the title details will be something, but yeah, I'm so happy with this bind. Anyways. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my evening. But yeah, I thought I'd pop in with that little update. Book 2 in the Arrowmount book series is going well. What have I been calling it? Project Luck? I'll keep calling it Project Luck. We'll see where things get up to, but yeah, what a good Sunday. I can't believe it's already Sunday. I've had a long weekend and it feels like it should still be Saturday, which is so unfortunate. I'm happy with these last little bits of productivity I've had today. What a good time. What a good time. And I actually ended up planning out an episode of The Shared Shelf. I can now talk about that because my announcement video has gone up. You'll actually get to meet some of my friends that I talk about in my videos, which is so exciting. I'm glad you guys are gonna get to see their faces. But yes, anyways, I'll chat with you later. And with that, online lessons are done. Hello, my lovely friends. Happy Monday. I am here. Just finished teaching online today. Love it for me. I've been sitting in this chair for 12 hours. Oh, I need to not be here anymore. Anyways, hello. I didn't go in because sick still. So I had called my boss on Friday because I was like, I'm not coming into my lesson on Saturday. I don't want to make anyone sick. So she was automatically like, oh, we'll make your kids on Monday online for you, just to make sure. And I was like, okay, that's good. So hopefully tomorrow I can be back in person because I really don't like teaching online. But and now I'm home. My commute, exactly 30 seconds. Incredible. I wanted to say hi and move all my lamps back where they need to be because when I'm teaching piano, my corner here where my piano is so dark. It's officially the end of this vlog, my friends. This weekend, what did I do? I didn't read as much as I wanted to. What did I say at the beginning of this vlog? If it would be sexy if I could read 3 books. Well, guess what? I didn't even read 2. I finished Bloodmarked, which I ended up giving 4 stars. I read it through Compile. It is a 4-star book for me. I think the repetitive nature of some of the sequences kind of took like a star away or a half star away, and then again another half star. I don't know, there's something off about Selwyn. I don't know. I think characterization wise there's something off about Selwyn, and I don't know if it's just like the fact that he is half demon. He's a Cambion, right? So I don't know if it's that Tracy Dion's trying to do, but there was a couple moments in here that he was doing stuff that it was really out of character. So I don't know. Anyways, 4 stars, still very good, and so amped for book 3 whenever we get that. Hopefully it's not as long of a wait between Legendborn and Bloodmarked. But I did read over half of Leviathan Wakes as well this week. So I did read like 500 pages roughly this weekend, not week, or more actually, because I'm on page 321 of Leviathan Wakes. I was reading it last night and I could not put it down. We were in this long sequence of just stress. And I was like, I need to see these people get out of this sequence. I need to. And it was 1:30 and I was like, I need to sleep, but I also need to know. So it's a good thing that wasn't like the ending sequence because I would have stayed up till 3 a.m. finishing a book. And then I think I read maybe it was upwards of 600 pages because I think I read like 300 pages of Legendborn as well. Not Legendborn, Bloodmarked. So like technically I did read 2 books worth of pages. I just happened to be reading very big books. But I'm happy with what I ended up reading this weekend. And I managed to also come here, finish binding Legends and Lattes into a beautiful hardcover book. I am still obsessed with this. I've been like touching it all day because I just love this feeling. I've also been doing, if any of you care about the bookbinding spree that I've been on, I have been looking at bookbinding TikToks and I've found out that the best like material to use is called book cloth. So it's like a fabric. You can get many different kinds of fabric for different prices, but it's a fabric that has like structure to it and a paper backing so that the glue doesn't leak through. So knowing that, if I want to properly bind books, I might invest in some book cloth and do that. Or I might just continue doing this method, which is very fun and a lot faster. But I really do want to like get into the actual like nitty gritty of book binding. Like I want to learn how to sew those text blocks together and like do all of that too. Maybe this summer sometime. Thank you guys for watching to the end. If you did, leave me one of those little sick emojis. One of those ones of like blowing a nose or like the mask one, whichever you want. They're all cute. To make fun of me for sounding like this for the majority of this vlog. Again, I am so sorry for your ears, but I love you dearly if you made it to the end. It's been an eventful weekend, even with me being sick. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will catch you in another one of these very, very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.